Welcome to the TGI Friday Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller checking in with you here on the day the moon wobble peaks. Don McLean should write a song about that, and only you older folks would know what I'm talking about. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Bye-bye, Mr. Moon Wobble. 7:21 this morning. The sun and the nodes of the moon are in a square relationship to each other, thus peaking moon wobble last of 2025. The last time we had one, back in September, we realized how potent the peak day could be. So even though we're coming off of yesterday's full moon, and by the way, let me just do this. Some of you have said you're not complete. Ow! Ow, ow! Coyote's a day late, but that's okay. We got Coyote taken care of. So now you can go into the weekend feeling all right. Because, yes, that influence that Kristin talked about yesterday, that full moon influence on this moon wobble peak today was strong yesterday, and now it's more like, oh, kind of like that, you know? It's like it will peter out through the weekend. But today, I would say, is still a very cautious-related day. We do have a lucky star day coming up ahead of us. That's in the December report that is out and is on hightimelineliving.com in the community section. But yesterday, Kristin talked about the messenger Mercury at the crossroads, and that was great. If you didn't catch yesterday, I would highly suggest you listen to it just for the context, because the crossroads now becomes the stepping into the opportunity. So the coast is clearing as of 7:21 this morning Eastern, and we get to sail into some much better energy for the weekend. Oh, like what? Well, let's take a look at several things. First of all, the moon that she was talking about yesterday leaves Gemini and enters Cancer, its own home, tonight at 8:55 p.m. Eastern. So you set up the beautiful weekend of the moon's full-on intuition, soul, subconscious mind, searching, intuitive guidance kind of thing. I love Cancer moons. That's happening this weekend. Chiron and Mars are in a powerful trine aspect this afternoon, 5 o'clock Eastern, and that doubles up with that moon moving home and says, if you really want to punch something, and I'm saying from an amplification standpoint, punch, amplify, enhance, something related to your soul development here on Earth, this is the weekend for you. Go inside, ask what it is, and then be ready with your journal in hand. Because then on Saturday, this is when the magic begins. Mercury trines Jupiter early Saturday morning, 8 o'clock Eastern, and then it trines Saturn at about noon on Sunday. There's your messenger from yesterday, Mercury, no longer at the crossroads, now supporting you fully. You know how our own physical path is a journey? And we go through times of exhilaration and times of exhaustion. And sometimes at the times of exhaustion, we go to the spa. I'm kind of doing that now. You know, I had to come down from the last several months. Some self-care time. But have you ever gone to get a massage and then you get back in 5 o'clock traffic and you're all, by the time you get home, you're like, why did I even do this? My shoulders are in a knot. Feels so good in the moment. Well, that's kind of what we might have this weekend, because what we have with Mercury in our favor coming off the crossroads is the opportunity to clear our heads. And isn't that needed right now? Don't you feel the press of all the news and the social media and the direction of things and whatever, and the uncertainties and the economy and blah, 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 all that stuff? I told somebody this week, I was talking to another podcaster this week, and I brought up Catherine Ponder, the story of her first book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. There was a recession back in the day, and she and a group of people at her church, the Unity Church of Birmingham, Alabama, got together and decided we're not participating in this recession. And they created prosperity. This friend that I was talking to, she said, oh, I love that. And it was like, that's all she needed to hear. She wanted to get off the phone, to go practice, to go put into practice. I'm not participating in all of this stuff. Well, that's not the only step in the process. Obviously, you have to create what you are participating in and fill the void. But the point is that we don't have to participate in this. We can cleanse our minds from all this stuff that's going on around us. And this is a beautiful weekend to do it. Now, what's the trap? The trap is because it's Mercury, the monkey mind is going to try to grab hold, because once Mercury and Jupiter start making out, it's going to be amplified thoughts, amplified monkey mind. Saturn could come in there too with some guilt. And that's the shadow side of that Chiron Mars, because you could have the, oh, you never get it right. Oh, you're always a failure. Oh, and always bringing up your past. Well, keep in mind the moon is at home. So the moon is really your friend this weekend. That emotional clarity, the beauty of the moon up in the sky right after a full moon. It still is big and bright. Go out and check it out if it's clear where you are. Lock onto it and bring that emotional support straight into your heart. If somebody outside in your circle tries to bring in the negativity, just cut it off. Just step aside. I'm sorry, I'm not participating in that. And cleanse your mind. That's the big focus of this weekend, and it is absolutely beautiful. I guarantee you I'm going to be focusing on this a lot myself. So, something that could really support that is a great audiobook in your ears of the divine high timeline path as described and pointed out by astrology. If you go to the top of hightimelineliving.com is the Evolutionary Astrology book by Ray Merriman, and I would just highly recommend you pick that up and spend some time in it this weekend. You'll learn a lot just by listening through it, even if you don't study it, even if you don't do the exercises. It still is a great way to just tune into this whole soul path and is perfectly complementary to exactly what the astrology of this weekend is giving us. I hope that helps. I hope it's encouraging. We've been talking about it since Monday. We're here, so now we're going to celebrate it, celebrate the moment. Thank you all so much for listening. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you back tomorrow for Merriman. Back here on Monday, we'll roll it all again. Sending you lots of love.